Hello guys, thanks for joining this session. In this session, we are going to discuss about DataFrame Reshape. So let's jump into the Jupyter Notebook to understand this topic. So we are into the Jupyter Notebook and let's start our discussion. But prior to learning about what are the ways to reshape your data frame, we have to understand that why do we actually need the reshaping. So to answer your question, I would say that while doing the data analysis, we need to extract the information from the raw data. So we need to perform various operations on raw data to grab the information about the problem domain. So in that aspect, reshaping is one of the technique that will also contribute to get the information from the given data. So now we understand that why we actually use the reshape. Let's now discuss about what are the ways available within Pandas to reshape your data frame. So within Pandas, we are having majorly two types of reshaping operation. The first one is the melt and the second one is stack. So let's now discuss about the melt operation. So to understand the melt operation, I can demonstrate you one example. So let's create a data frame first and then we will apply the melt operation. So for this I am going to import pandas as pd, shift enter, and now I am going to create a data frame. I will call it as df, and over here I'm going to first create a dictionary with employee name, emp name. This contains a list. I am going to specify three employee name. First one is Jacob, second one I am going to give a name called Marcus, third one can specify Dane. Now the next column I am going to create is employee id. So I will tell that emp id, and over here I will again pass a list, and this one is contain a employee id. We will give some employee id over here for each of the respective employees. And now next employee title, and over here I will specify it's a banking application. I can tell that first employee title is banker, another one is team manager, third one is analyst. So this way we have created a dictionary, and I am going to use this for creating data frame. So just I will give it diff, and this is going to be used for creating the data frame. So I will tell that df equal to pd dot data frame, and within that I will pass this one. So I will call it as text diff. Now press shift enter. So we have created a data frame over here. Press df. So type df over here, shift enter, and you will see that we have created a data frame with this dictionary. So now the next step, I am going to reshape this data with the help of melt function. So let's do it. The melt method we are going to use pd dot melt, and here we will put it into one of the data frame. I will call it as df underscore melted, and within that I am going to pass the data frame which we have created, and here I need to specify a parameter for id underscore var. So that means which column you want to specify as a id underscore var. So I'm going to tell that I will use employee id. So let me provide it over here, employee id. There is another parameter which we have to specify. What are the value vars? So this is the representation of the values within the melted data frame. So that I need to specify over here, and that I am going to use emp name as well as emp title. So you can look into now. I will specify df underscore melted, shift enter. Then you will see that this is the representation of reshape data which we have achieved through the melt method. And if you closely look into that, it's converted these information into row wise. So here first three rows is representing which employee is id and what is the name of those employee. If you look in closely, then you will find that from the row third onwards it is representing the employee id and what kind of title each employee is having. For example, employee id 111 is a banker, 222 is a team manager, 333 is an analyst. So this is one of the way to reshape it. Now you will be asking that can we have multiple id var? So I can tell that yes, you can have, and it will give us more meaningful information. So this time I am going to use employee name from the raw data to the id. So here I will remove this one as it is not required because I have used this one as a id var, id underscore vars. So now let's look into the data, how it is representing now after reshaping with this structure where we are having multiple id var and a single value vars. So let's do shift enter. Then you will find that it has given another representation of the same data set, or say same data frame, by reshaping our data frame. Now the next question you might be asking that can you skip any column which you don't want into this representation? Then I can tell that yes, you can. Suppose that if you don't want employee id should be involved in this reshaping operation, so you can remove it. Now let's look into the reshaping of this information. Then you will find that it haven't considered employee ID for this reshaping operation. So this example gives us an idea that we can skip the columns which we don't want within the reshaping operation. So now let's proceed for the next technique which we are going to learn about reshaping is stack. So what actually a stack is? So let's do it, then you will learn about that. So this time I am going to tell that df underscore stack, and I will tell that df dot stack method and do the shift enter df underscore stack shift enter. Then you will find that it provides us this representation of the given data frame. That is again a reshaping technique, and with the help of a stack reshaping we are getting this representation. So now you must be asking that, is there a way to get my data frame into the original form? Then I will tell that yes, there is a way. So this time we are going to use unstack. So let me specify over here, there is a method also available called unstack shift enter, and that will revert our stack data into unstack into the original form. So I will tell that df stack should be unstack shift enter. Now let's look into the unstack data shift enter, and you will find that we get our original data frame in shape. Let's compare it and see that this is our original data frame. So this is all about reshaping of the data frame, and this is very useful technique while doing the data analysis. So you should know about this thing, and this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.